Good evening, everyone. I'm truly honored to join labor leaders and, of course, the scholars, particularly the scholars on authoritarianism and just everyday people for this critical moment in our nation's history and this critical moment for the left. I wanted to join the call to say to you all that the city of Chicago stands with working people of this country. Um, the solidarity stand with unions that have joined this fight. We stand, of course, with community leaders. We stand with all of you who are part of this overall movement for justice. This is not about fighting to return our country to how it was before. In fact, this is about fighting for true transformation. This is about fighting for a country where human needs become just the regular practice of human rights. And when we talk about fighting authoritarianism and fighting for our democracy, this is something I want to just be absolutely clear about, that we're not talking about punching a ballot every 4 years. This is about real and true democracy. We're talking about the definition of what it means to be a labor leader. I'm always, reminded of the great work of A. Philip Randolph when he talked about this very concept. A community is democratic only when the humblest and weakest person can enjoy the highest civil, economic, and social rights that the biggest and most powerful possess. I put forward the call months ago for a general strike, a call that the labor movement had already begun to put forward because, we all recognize that protesting is not going to be enough to meet this moment. We need to leverage our economic power. We need to leverage our ability to have work stoppages, striking power. If we really want to see not only an end to the worst of the abuse that we've seen with the Trump administration, but also real transformation that changes the course of history. And just finally, in Minneapolis, we saw the beginning of everyday people coming together around a core set of demands. We saw people take it to the streets, shut down their small businesses, walk out of their factories. We saw the fact that working people make this country run, and we are beginning to realize what our true collective power looks like. And this is really about a multicultural, multi-generational movement of working people fighting for a transformational, progressive agenda. And so now we need to expand that fight. We need to speak, and continue to raise our voices, but we need to spark to continue to be lit as we're seeing in Minneapolis. We want that to catch fire across this country. And that only happens when organizing and meetings like this one take place. So again, I'm just really grateful to be with you all this evening, just to share this message of solidarity and to say that as mayor of Chicago, I stand with you all in this fight. And, whatever, you all need in this moment from me, I'm available to do that. But, we need to make sure that corporations, billionaires, see our collective organizing power. They're only going to respond to the demands that we put forward when we ensure that it's a collective, powerful stand. That rent is high, groceries are high. In the richest country in the world, there's no reason for the basic rights like housing, good paying jobs, access to mental health care, transportation, public education, many of the demands, of course, that descendants of slaves fought for, until every single person has an equality opportunity to pursue a better and a healthier life, whether you are documented or not. That's what our collective fight has to be. So, but ain't no power, as you all know, like the power of the people. So onward, continue this charge, Chicago to Minneapolis to every single suburb, village, and town. We have to ensure that this new social order that we are building, that we don't miss this opportunity. Let's make sure that there's a real fair distribution of wealth, the basic needs that are being met. I'm using executive authority through executive orders, legislation, litigation, but the power of the people on the ground has to prevail. When the people are united, we will prevail. So thank you all. God bless you all. And let's continue this fight for justice. Let's ensure that the next generation looks back in this moment and find strength from us, that we were the generation to stand firm against the ultra rich. Just as Brandy said, that you can either have a democracy or wealth concentrated in the hands of the few, but you cannot have both. And so let's realize what our collective power is to ensure that we have a democracy that works for everyone. God bless you all, and thank you.